We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down the sidelines. Holly?
Thank you, guys. I did check in with the Auburn head coach before the game. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running inside. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Using his legs, it's Moore, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Inside, it's Cobb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Brown will throw it. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. With the draw, it's Cobb. There's a crease. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Man, this is the opposite of what this defense wanted. They told us in meetings, like, they were focused on this running back, can't give up the big plays. He's touched it twice, and he's made 2 big plays. They've got to wrap him up. Sometimes you don't realize how good somebody is until you get into a football game.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Cobb. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Brown wants to pass. He's got him. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He gets nothing, nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. On 4th and inches, maybe rethink things just for a moment. They call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Tigers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I don't care where you're at on the field, 4th and inches, I like me. I like my chances of getting that, running the play I feel comfortable with, getting the first down.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. With the catch, it's Johnson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
There's some room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got enough for the first. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Reed throws to the wideout. Short hands, it's Craver. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Finds his man. It's Edwards. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Off play action. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Fires on the move. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Just got to finish the play if you're the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Third and 8. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Brown will throw it. Complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Deep in his own territory as he reels in that punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Throwing Reed. He's open on the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Aggies come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Running inside. It's Edwards. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to change this route. Looking for room. It's Owens. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Brown wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Kane. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Auburn Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The run inside. It's Cobb. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He can't make the catch and over the middle of the field. Sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's 3rd down.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Brown will throw it. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggie. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Caught in the backfield. It's Cobb. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morrill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Here's Reed to throw. Got his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him, so that
could be an alley. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield. It's Morrow. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Quarterback making checks.
886 bouncer. 214 444. 776 captain. 776 captain.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Inside the 45. He's loose down the middle. Pass to Tech. Touchdown, Aggie! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the draw, it's Cobb. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Brown wants to pass. Here's a heat. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Excellent discipline by this defense. They keep everything in front of him, and they make the big 4th down stop.
aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have
maybe a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Running right, Bryson Washington. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. And they head to the locker room 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 21 team, the Cal Golden Bears. And it's Michigan State able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Brown will throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got him this time. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. He unleashes a long one. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Brown wants to pass. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short.
214 close. 214 close.
The offense changing the play.
Hawkeye.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. A strike downfield. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Running inside, it's Owens. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Reed makes the catch. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just
might have a chance. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick with the physical ground game late in the game. That's how you finish opponents off.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, kill it, kill it. Bob 28 Cruz. Bob 28 Cruz.
The run inside. It's Morrow. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the pummeling has started. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Brown will throw it. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Auburn lines up quickly. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it along the sideline. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
I like the idea by the quarterback. He wanted to attack the middle of the field. He found his open guy. The receiver's just got to be able to make a play for him.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll move the wide receiver. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys. And they're 4-1. They got the job done.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that 1st down? We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they... threatening to pull away in this game. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So 1st down will open up the final period. On the move, it's Morrow.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Here's a little room there. The tag! Touchdown, Texas A&M! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Might as well stick with him. Stumbled to the ground.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Gonna run it. It's Owens. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms and decision time for this offense. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He got it. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work.
They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to Washington. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Got a man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough about today.
On 3rd down, here's Washington. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Trying play action. Firing to the right, complete. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside. It's Morrow. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.